Hey everybody, Thomas Joseph here with another kitchen conundrum. Today I'm going to show you some easy ways in which you can embellish and decorate cakes with 5 pastry tips. I'm going to start off with probably what most people want to do. They want to write happy birthday on the top of their birthday cake. A good way to practice is to use a piece of parchment. Take a little bit of frosting and put it in the 4 corners of the sheet tray here, as it helps to secure the parchment. I'm going to start off with the small round tip. So using one hand to guide, the other one should be pushing. Apply an even amount of pressure. It does take a little bit of practice, but the great thing about using parchment is that you can scrape off whatever you've done and you can always add it back into your batch of frosting and keep practicing until you get it down. Dot the I, and there you go, there's happy birthday. So now for some other ways in which you can use this round tip here. I'm going to do a dot pattern here, which is basically just pushing little dots like this. You can also drag out the dots a little bit, creating little teardrop shapes like this. And you could also make a swag border, which is really nice for a birthday cake. So these are some fun ways in which you can use a round tip. So now I'm going to use an open star tip. Place it directly on the surface, squeeze out a little bit, and then pull up so they create these little stars like this. You can also squeeze out and turn the tip and it makes more of a swirled star. You can also do rosettes where you start in the middle and you swirl around. And then you can also create a scalloped border by just piping out a little bit and then coming back down. So pushing out, pulling down, pushing out, pulling down. You can create more of a shell-shaped border by rotating the bag clockwise. So it's squeeze out and rotate clockwise, squeeze out, rotate clockwise, and you create this little shell-like border. So that is an open star tip. So now for a closed star tip, which is very similar to an open star, except you get a little bit more detail. This almost looks like a starfish or something like that. And also they make really great rosettes as well. So swirl around, you can see how this has a little bit more texture to it. And then for a border, of course, you can do the scalloped edge or you can do the shell. Easy, right? Now, the next one, I love this tip. This is a standard leaf tip. So you want to make sure that you hold the tip horizontal to your work surface. Apply pressure, release the pressure, and pull the tip away. So pressure, stop, pull away. If you wanted a longer leaf, push out more frosting. That creates a longer leaf. You can also make a border with this standard leaf shape as well. You just kind of keep piping like this, creating a long ruffled leaf. Another way that you can do a leaf border, you can actually go off from side to side. So you kind of do this zigzag pattern that creates a leaf border. The next tip is a standard straight petal tip. And this is used to make petals for flowers. Take the wide end of the tip facing down, pipe out frosting, bring your tip forward, and then bring it back. And that's how you create a petal. You can also create a ruffled border with this tip as well. Hold it right against the surface of the cake. You pipe out frosting and you zigzag the pastry bag and pull away slightly as you do, and it creates this ruffled border. Now, one other thing that you can do with this is you can create flowers or roses. And what you are going to need is a flower nail. Take a little bit of frosting, place that right on the top here, and a little piece of parchment paper. Stick it right on the top. Now, you can just take off the coupler and pipe out a little bit of buttercream right in the center here. I'm going to balance it off to the side while I reapply the tip. And now, starting again with the wide end of the tip facing down, pipe out your frosting and turn the nail using your other 2 fingers. You create these little petals or half circles, so keep going around and gradually you're going to work your way down to the base. This is when you're going to angle your bag down slightly and build up the flower. So there you go, you have something that looks like a beautiful rose. So now what you do with this is you gently slide it off onto a cookie sheet, and this whole thing goes into the freezer until it's set. So our buttercream decorations are out of the freezer, and this is a really easy way to embellish your cupcakes. So take an offset spatula like this, glide underneath your decorations, and all you have to do now is gently apply them to the top of your cupcakes. Now you can use all the same shapes if you'd like, you can use different shapes, it's really up to you. It's just kind of a fun way to use all of these cool decorations that you've just created. So there you go, 2 or 3 tips and you will be decorating like a pro. Enjoy this, guys. I know you're gonna have really great success in decorating your cakes.
快把你家的菜刀都扔了吧！这是最近抖音上超火的滚筒切菜器，它不仅能切丝、切片、磨粉3合1，而且切菜速度快，卖相好，还不伤手，轻松不费力。有了它，切菜节省不少时间。